Now let's cross over to Awka, Anambra, to join our correspondent Austin Azu, who is standing by to bring us updates in the state. Austin, good evening. Can you talk to us about, we see that the opposition parties and observers have expressed both, some are happy, while some are, have some skepticism following Soludo's victory. Have you been able to interrogate or talk to people to understand, how they are responding and what are their concerns that they've raised about the conduct of this election?
Okay, good evening. So far, so good. The states, they are celebrating the announcement of Soludo's election. And however, in some quarters of the state as well, particularly the opposition, are not quite happy about the process. Nevertheless, at the Coalition Center this morning, before the announcement was made, the ADC party agents and even the APC party agents all protested, but to no avail. However, the returning officer asked them to, pursue the right frame, the right area, which is supposed, the right channel which they are supposed to follow. Nevertheless, this afternoon we equally had a press briefing from the APC governorship candidate, that's Nicholas Ukashuku, where he actually raised some allegations over these same issues of voters' intimidation and vote buying. And let me quickly delve into one of the issues that has dominated the media space since yesterday, the issue of voter apathy. Now, yesterday during the coverage of the election, we went to Nnewi South and Nnewi North, whereby we saw some individuals who came out to vote. But surprised to say that Nnewi North, precisely, you have over 16,000 eligible voters on the voters list. But at the end of the voting exercise, it was only just 2,000. That's it. On the voters register, you have over 166,000 on the voters register. But those that came out to vote, about just 29,000 thereabouts. You can see that it is very insignificant, and that equally brings us to bear that the total vote cast in this election just less than 500,000. And you compare that to the total numbers on the voters register, over 2.8 million eligible voters on the register. Just a very low percentage of these voters that turn out in their numbers. And as well in Nnewi South as well, you have over 102,000 voters on the list, but those that came out to vote, just about 27,000 thereabout. So actually voter apathy played a large role in this whole exercise. Now, the aspect of insecurity again is another concern being raised even by observers and as well by the APC governorship candidate. In Oruba, precisely, there's a community in Oruba South known as Ezokwala community, whereby a lawmaker was allegedly, killed by unknown gunmen at about 1:30 p.m. after voting yesterday. And the same alarm was equally raised that at Anambra West, whereby a leader of the APC's house was allegedly burnt down. So vis-a-vis, just like what some other people have actually reiterated, that the election is going to be peaceful, assurance was given, so on and so forth. Over 55,000 police officers, including other personnel deployed for this election. The questions remain: where are these security agencies when all these issues have been, carried out in most of these areas that we just mentioned? But however, some persons are still looking forward to get answers from these security agencies to provide an update to what really happened, their excess and their presence. Before the governorship candidate equally raised alarm about his own deputy, who was threatened at a point where she has to run for her dear life. But all these allegations can be verified, and we are on the ground here to provide more updates on this as they are unfolding. So back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much, Austin, for that update. Like you mentioned, we will follow up and see how this unfolds. Thank you. Good evening.